involved in the protest at the behest of their parents, we assume. San Francisco, the usual protest took place with an eye on getting attention. There are the nuns who invaded that. They may not be the same ones, but the church thing that we told you about. And in Michigan, things did get a little out of hand. Approximately 25 protesters interrupted a service at the Mount Hope Church in Delta Township.
Amen. The new Melodiers.
It's okay to be gay. 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 It's okay to be gay.
Just a word that is not a skit that we're putting on.
Police investigated. No arrests have been made. Joining us now from Lansing, Michigan, Guy Richardson, a member of the church who was at the service.
To Riley, it was quite a shock. We sometimes have drama displays, as part of our service, and this took me a little bit, by surprise, as many of us. And after our pastor told us that this was not a drama thing, that we were doing, I started looking around, and I actually wondered where the ushers were, because there was, maybe a couple of dozen people huddled in the center of our sanctuary, just, shouting, "It's okay to be gay," and just littering and throwing thousands of leaflets, at the members.
We see that on the tape, but it looks like most of the parishioners are kind of stunned. They're sitting there, they don't really understand what's going on. We saw an usher there picking stuff up. But I think, as you said, if you do use some theater in the presentation, is this an evangelical church?
Yes, we are evangelical, very open-door church, very much outreach-oriented, and so, my big surprise was where are the ushers at this time?
Yeah,
because,
you saw one. The guy was standing there, he didn't really know what to do. Now, thinking back on it, are you angry it happened? Do you want the church to take some action? How do you feel about it?
Well, no, I'm not personally angry. I think the church's response is very measured. We are an outreach church. We believe in the gospel and that it's the answer for everyone. So I do believe there were laws broken, and to that extent, I would actually be very pleased if the church did seek legal action or turn this over to the authorities.
All right, but they have not, Mr. Nimitz. The church sitting there in the church, and these people started doing this in the middle of a service. What would you do? Tell me honestly, what would you do?
I'd probably help facilitate, get them out of there.
Would
Whether
you grab
it's
them
me
physically?
If I was right there, I probably would, because
really?
you know what? That's really so disrespectful, and not the time and place, and also not the way to make a statement.
So you, Margaret Hoover, all what, 5'3" of
Look,
you?
it is 5'6",
5'6", all right,
and a half.
Would arise from the pew
or else
and lay hands upon these demonstrators?
Either that or facilitate an usher getting them out of there. Because what they did, Bill, is disrespectful. And I think anybody, even in the gay rights movement, the reasonable people in the movement who are not all these
they're
whacks.
Appalled by this.
Yes,
absolutely.
This is not representative of the movement and what they stand for.
I have gotten a lot of calls and mail from gay people who say, this is hurting us. Emboldened, and they're demanding now what they want, and you better give it to them.
Absolutely, because look, the far left in this country has had the lid on it for 8 years because of President Bush, and the Republicans for at least part of that time in control of the Congress. So they have 8 years of pent-up frustrations, anger, rage, and the acting out that you're seeing on the gay rights movement, the acting out you're seeing in a lot of these editorials. Remember that the far left brung Obama to the dance. He owes them.
Yeah,
so
but I don't think it's Obama's
I got to disagree with you guys here.
Go ahead.
I really disagree with you guys here. Look, the civil rights stuff, the gay rights stuff that you're seeing has been going on for a very long time. This was one chapter in its long legacy. It's not going to end now. It didn't start yesterday. This is going to keep going, and this is in reaction to the major setback that they experienced in California.
All right, so you don't think it has anything to do with Barack Obama's election?
No, I do not at all.
Okay, then how do you explain the Atlanta Journal-Constitution with their loopy editorial today, the San Francisco Chronicle, and I'm going to mention this in